And so in the wake of Kiev's threats to strike Crimea with advanced Western weapons, President Vladimir Putin has announced that Russia is enhancing its nuclear arms capability, with nearly half of its strategic missile forces already equipped with nuclear-capable missiles.
The most important task here is the development of the nuclear triad, which is a key guarantee of Russia's military security and global stability. Already about half of the units and formations of the strategic missile forces are equipped with the latest Yars complexes. The troops are being re-equipped with modern missile systems, with the Avangard hypersonic light vehicle. In the near future, the first launches of the Sarmat complex with a new heavy missile will take up combat duty.
This is a significant announcement, both geopolitically and militarily. The Sarmat complex, which President Putin is discussing, has been in development for some time. It's a bit behind schedule, but the fact that it's going to be brought into duty, if you like, with combat units is significant. As he also said, over half of Russia's current nuclear forces have been updated, upskilled with the latest delivery systems. And it's important to mention that Russia now, as soon as it deploys the Sarmat system, which has a range of over 18,000 kilometres that we know, it could have more. It's over 135 feet tall. It's a giant weapon, and it has a destructive power incomparable with anything that the Western powers have. And President Putin has restated that Russia's nuclear deterrent is key, and he wants to establish and develop that tripartite, if you like, defence system, purely defensively. And this comes, of course, in the context of Russia deploying weapons, nuclear-capable weapons into Belarus also. And given the geopolitical map, the shifting sands, if you like, Russia's nuclear deterrent is becoming more and more central and more important to Russia's defence capability. He also, in another discussion today, mentioned the Ukrainian counter-offensive, and he had some very interesting points to make regarding that also.
At the moment, we're seeing a certain calm because the enemy is taking serious losses, both in personnel and equipment. Last night, 245 tanks and 678 armored vehicles of various types were destroyed. Of course, they have Leopards and French and American armored vehicles. They burn like 1 o'clock. But today, we see that their offensive potential is not yet exhausted. They have reserves, which the enemy is now deciding where and how to use. Thanks to the courage and heroism of our fighters and the readiness of our commanders to repel any aggressive actions against Russia, it seems to me the enemy has no chance, and they understand that themselves.
If there's anyone who has access to the information of what's actually happening on the Ukrainian battlefield, you would imagine President Putin does. And he's outlined the continuing failure of this long-vaunted and expected counter-offensive. And given his context on a geopolitical stage with the St. Petersburg meeting, which took place